Hi guys, Spurs here, back with another video. Today's video we'll be reacting to a 3-2 defeat against Man United at Old Trafford. Big blow for our top four, but the boys gave it everything, so we'll be reacting to today's defeat, including your reaction. So please watch until the very end. Before we crack into today's video, I'm now on 3 social media platforms: Instagram, TikTok and YouTube, and that is all under the name Spurs Talk, at Spurs Talk. So please go check me out. YouTube channel, which you'll hear, we do pre-match previews, post-match reaction and confirmed lineups. If you want more than that, go and check out my Instagram and TikTok account for Spurs content 24/7. Whatever time, big news, small news, absolutely everything. Spurs content covered 24/7, and there's several uploads daily. I have absolutely everything covered, so you can never worry about missing anything. And we engage and we have fun. So please go and check out my TikTok and Instagram account if you haven't already. As I said, under the name Spurs Talk. You're welcome, of course, to watch my videos. You're welcome to comment, and I will definitely read your comment and more than likely answer your comment, but there's no guarantee because I'm on 3 social media platforms now. I do occasionally miss things, but please go check me out. That'd be appreciated because it's all for you guys, remember. Right, without further ado, let's crack into today's video. Hope you're all well. Big blow, isn't it, for our top 4 season? You can't hide from that. But I'd like to point out, I think the boys gave it everything. I think definitely there's lots of areas of our game that we can improve, mainly defensively, but also offensively. But I think the boys gave it everything in terms of the work effort, intensity, just a general effort. I think the boys gave everything. Proud of them for that. But as I said, there's areas to improve. I think the game is always against us when United score early and they're going to sit on their lead, because what I hoped would happen is United come out with the ball. They failed to score. We defend really well. We counter-attack. There's holes in between the back 4 of United, between Varane and Maguire, and Kane and Son do what they've done best. Like we beat under Mourinho, we beat them 6-1. Happened against, for example, happened against City, finding all those holes and gaps on the counter-attack. Even Leeds, it actually happened as well. But it weren't to be. United scored early, sat back, but every time we got a goal back, we conceded again. So what I think is a really important thing to improve on, not just now but for the long term future, is the mentality of the players. When you like, for example, equalise, that Conte was screaming at them when it was 2-2, saying focus, focus, focus. If you've got a world-class manager like Conte screaming focus, what does that tell you? Focus. And players don't focus. Poor marking in the middle, that's another thing we need to improve on. Marking from corners, set pieces, a problem under Nuno, a problem under Mourinho, even a problem under Poch, especially towards the end, and it's a big problem now for Antonio Conte. Defending set pieces, the basics really, what I call in football, the really basics that you need to get right. Yes, as I said, there's lots of areas of our game that we can improve, but I'd like to point out, as I said, the boys have given absolutely everything. Fair play to them for that, working their socks off. On another day, we would have come out with something in the game, because I think we deserved at least a point out. I think we deserve a point out of the game. I think, as I said, the boys gave everything. And on another day, we would have got a point or even something more maybe out of the game, maybe even 3 points. I think we certainly deserve something out of the game. But again, United, Ronaldo getting a hat-trick. He's been the all-time official top scorer in football now. I think it's like 800 and something now, 804, 806, 807. Right, let me know in the comments what it is, but it's incredible. He's an incredible player, so you can't get away from the fact that, scoring a hat-trick. But at the same time, when you get exceptional players like that, you've got to defend better. The marking's got to be better. The communication from set pieces has got to be better. Generally frustrating. We got in behind a few times, and Son slipped. Son needs to change his studs, I'd like to point out. Let me know your reaction to the performance and result in the comments below, and where you think it leaves us in terms of league position and ambitions. That's what we're going to be discussing now. There's no player ratings today, by the way. As you can see, a different destination, different location, should I say. There's no player ratings today, but where it leads us for a season, I think Europa League, you've got to be honest, is a realistic expectation. There's a lot of ground to be making up. United were the team, where we were level on points, had 2 games in hand. Now that gap, the gap has spread, and that is what's the frustrating thing now. So we still sit. I'm just having a look now. We still sit 7th in the table. Frustrating. We had an opportunity to leapfrog Man United. So we sit 7th, but we're now 5 points behind Man United with 2 games in hand. I don't think that's enough. With the games in hand, we still got the likes of Liverpool to play. So we've got big teams to play. You've got Liverpool, you've got West Ham. I know it's not going to be easy. So I think realistically Europa League, and even that might be a real scraping to get into, because Arsenal this season look very good. I mean, Man United were, I think, there for the taking, still defensive mistakes, and we didn't exploit that. So that's the frustrating thing. As I said before the game, if you get the game right, you counter-attack. United are there for the taking, but the boys did give everything, as I said, but I think, there's still room for improvement, and I think we could have done better. But overall, I think the boys worked their socks off, and I'm proud of them. But we do need to improve the consistency. It's win, lose, win, lose, win, lose. You go and win 5-0 at Everton, play like that, and you get into the top 4 cruising. Then you go and lose 3-2 to Man United, and you think that's really low mid-table quality stuff. It annoys me, to be honest, at the moment. Spurs fan, win, lose, win, lose. And what annoys me, though, you get all these players who come out in the programme, they speak to the media, the likes of, I'm going to tell you who I've heard say it, Reece, Dyer, Højbjerg, Bentancur, Kulusevski, Kane, Doherty. We need to improve our consistency. Well, they need to get out on the pitch and prove that consistency. They're saying, as a team, we need to improve the consistency. You've got a whole team saying that. They need to improve the consistency. Stop saying things and actually do things. It's really frustrating. We need to improve this consistency. You've got Brighton in the week. I don't think that'll be easy. But I'm fed up with this win, lose, win, lose, win, lose. It's really frustrating. And it's taunting, actually, if you like, and really upsetting, because when you think you're getting somewhere and you're not. It's like when you're talking to a wall, really. It's similar to that, really. Looking at the match stats here, both had 10 shots each, but we had half the amount of shots on target Man United did, 6-3. 58% possession, and United had 42% possession. That's where I think our fault was. We had more of the ball and we weren't that good, but we don't really have a plan B from when we go behind. When we go, behind early, we're not very good with the ball. It's the same under Mourinho. I love Conte. I believe he had the right ideas going into this game, but he struggled perhaps with the backup option. But as I said, I support Conte, and Conte is the biggest and best manager that I know. And I've always loved Antonio, wherever he's gone, followed him. I just love his passion. Style of football, I personally prefer the Pep Guardiola or Pochettino type of football, tiki-taka. But Conte, I love the effort, the passion, the belief. Just everything about him. So, hang on a minute, guys. Despite losing, I'm not a sore loser. I wear Spurs stuff. I wear Conte scarf. Look, till the end. There you go. Antonio, legend. Spurs legend. Always will be, regardless of his future. Again, reflecting on tonight's performance, I think that leaves us in a bit of a hole, doesn't it? Really, for the Conference League, Europa League, it's a pain in the bum. I think we played better, surprisingly, in the Champions League. Because one, we raised our game, and two, we have a better team out. So I think, silly as it may sound, we do better in the in the Champions League than the Europa League or Conference League. Going back to the stats, United had 443 passes. We had more with 575. Our pass accuracy, 89% to 85%, no benefit. Fouls, 8-7 in Man United's favour. They had more fouls. Yellow card, United had 2. We had 1. We had 5 corners, but really didn't do anything with it. And I'm looking at the table now. We played a game. We played 2 games more than Arsenal. Sit 3 points behind them. I think top 4 now is officially over. I declare top 4 over. Now it's top 5, top 6. Which is frustrating because we knew the top 4 was up for grabs, and I'm not criticising the players. I believe they gave everything, but I think on the training ground there's things we need to improve, and consistency. Of course it doesn't change overnight. I know that. I know things like that don't change overnight. But I just think the stuff like improving certain areas of your game can help that. And I think the problem at this club at the moment is the mentality of the players. The ownership is awful. Don't get me wrong, but the players on the pitch, the mentality isn't good enough. Players' laziness. I don't know if it's laziness. I think they work hard under Conte. But they just think when they equalise, it's all right now, we can settle down. You've got to keep going, regardless of the score, whether you're winning 10-0 or you're losing 10-0. 9-10-0. It doesn't matter. You keep the same mentality. You give 100% till the end. You get players who give that. Like, you've got Son, Kane, Lucas. They give everything. Play with a smile on their face, and they give absolutely everything in a Spurs shirt. We need more players like that. And they're just, the players stop. It's like the goal they scored where they thought it was offside. Reggie was playing onside. You know, as Gary Neville rightly pointed out, it's not his fault that our defence need to speak to him, and they came out too late and Reggie couldn't do anything about it. But then they all stopped. Like, simple bits like that. Claim about it after. Doesn't matter. Give everything. Don't just stop. Because if it's allowed, which it was, they go and score. I honestly don't get stuff like that. Anyway, I'm going to cut it short because I'm going into a bit of a rant there. I'm sure you guys don't want to know too much information about that, because I will go on. Life is frustrating for Spurs fans, of course. Very, very frustrating at the moment. Win, lose, win, lose, win, lose. As I said, let me know your opinion in the comments below, because I always read your comments, and more than likely I will reply to them. Thank you guys, and as always, come on Spurs, let's keep believing, let's keep going, believe in this man, believe in Conte, and as always, to dare is to do, and as always, come on you Spurs.